I don't know if you saw, but Naughty Dog is hiring, and Neil Druckmann posted that they're currently working on something cool.
So it could be, to be completely honest with you, I hope that they're doing another thing outside of this
brand new
multiplayer
IP
thing, right? Because brand new IP, something completely different. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, they could easily do a Last of Us Part 3. Just the way that the second one ended, they could easily do a second or a third one.
Yeah.
If we get that, fine, but maybe wait like a while and do something different in the meantime. Like, I don't know, make a space game or something.
What if they gave us like a bite-sized, like 20-hour game? 15,
well, I mean, most of their games are 20 hours. It's just
but
The Last of Us Part 2 is fucking super long.
You haven't played Lost Legacy yet, have you?
Yeah, I platinumed it.
Oh, okay. So something like that, maybe.
I didn't like it. I'll be honest with you.
You didn't like it?
No. I mean, it was the first playthrough was fine, and it was Uncharted. Yeah. But I don't know if it's the characters or if it's the... I think it's a combination. I like the characters in their kind of interaction, but it's this like fucking hub world shit that you have to deal with.
Yeah, I didn't like that whole area.
Yeah, that like it's like this big open world thing, and you got to run around and find all these fucking coins and shit. Like it wasn't Uncharted, and that's why I didn't like gameplay wise. It wasn't Uncharted. Yeah. That's why I didn't like it. But I did play it. But I would appreciate something of that ilk, where you could get theoretically you could platinum the game in 30 or 40 hours, but like one playthrough might be 15 hours or something. So it's got like a decent narrative to it. But typically they save those little kind of shorter interstitials for, relating to existing IP. Yeah. But who knows? I mean, because they did it with like Left Behind, The Last of Us Left Behind. They did it with Lost Legacy. I guess those are the only two they did.
I think a space game would be cool, though, like you said. Could you imagine like a really graphically enhanced, awesome, like third-person space game, story game? Like, that would be awesome. Like,
it would be pretty cool. I'm still kind of on the fence. I'm curious what they would do what it would be like. I know now they're geared to make these high fidelity, like realistic third person experiences.
That's what they excel at, yeah.
But I am kind of curious what would happen if they were to go back to like
cartoony stuff,
like a Jack or I'm not saying do a Jack or Dexter or do like a Crash Bandicoot, but like if they were to just dive back into this style, you know what I mean? Of maybe not necessarily a puzzle platformer or something, but if you even look at a game like Immortals, right? It's a third person RPG, light RPG, you run around and you do all this stuff and it's open world and everything. But graphically, the presentation is very cartoony. It's very lighthearted. It's very bright colors. And it just, in an era like 2020 and now 2021, apparently, it soothes the soul a little bit to play something like that. And, I don't really want to talk about this on the podcast, but like with recent events and everything like that, I've been having a lot of like stress about it.
Right.
And being able to play something like Immortals where it's like lighthearted and there's all these really like kind of cheesy jokes and the colors are really pretty and it's not really super realistic. And it just like, it helps kind of like
de-escalate you. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't want to fucking play The Last of Us Part 2. Yeah. Like I want to play it again.
You want some escapism, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Like I do want to play The Last of Us Part 2 again. I really do want to go back through that story, but I just don't know if I have the fortitude to play it right now.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So it'll likely be some realistic kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully this setting is something interesting. I think it would even be cool if they were to go like back in time and do like, maybe something in like the Victorian era or like awesome. The industrial age or something.
What if they did like a straight medieval kind of game though too? Like that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'd be fine with any. I'm just really curious to see what they come up with.
I don't want to see a dinosaur game though.
No.
I'm over dinosaurs.
No. But I think that no matter what, it's going to be this realistic experience just because that's their wheelhouse.
And that's the people they have on staff.
Yeah. So, and I don't think they're going to completely change gears for their next title. Although they might. I mean, look what Horizon did for Gorilla. So it's entirely possible.
Who knows what they're doing.